These are the 7 spectacularly simple herbs that every cook needs in their kitchen to make amazing meals. Now, some of you might be familiar with them or others are not. Sometimes they can be intimidating to use, but today we are going to show exactly how to use them to take your food that you're cooking in your kitchen to the next level. Let's start with the humble but also rich bay leaf. Now, some of you have seen me using this in our batch cooking videos and they ask me, what leaves are those that you're putting in your food? Now, these are bay leaves. You'll find them at any supermarket. They come in containers like this. These are herbs that is rare for us to find when they are in their fresh nature. But they are amazing because they add an earthy richness to soups and stews and sauces. So because you can see how dry they are, they work really best in simmered dishes. You know, dishes that you're going to simmer for a while on your pot. And they do not really soften during the cooking. So make sure before you serve your food to remove them before you take the food to your table. But they do add a really rich flavor to any meal that you're going to be cooking, and they are just best. Let's talk about coriander. All right, now this one has been on my counter all day. That's why it's looking a bit wilted, but we all know how amazing this herb is. It's also called cilantro, if you ever hear anyone talking about it like that, or the Chinese parsley. All right, it's used in all types of curries and sauces. You can sprinkle it over fresh salads. We all know how nice it is as a garnish. If you're making kachumbari, we love kachumbari here, and it goes very well in kachumbari. Also, if you want to flavor your soups and for marinades, for meat dishes, this is a very versatile herb. I've tried growing it in my garden. It didn't do so well, but I want to try again this new season. But it is really, really a handy one to have. If you can plant it, it even grows well in pots, or just a container that you find, and it's really good for your dishes, really good. Let's talk about the ginger root. Now, don't come for me. I know this is technically not a herb, but it is used as a herb because it's used to flavor food. And we all know, you guys, is there any more better herb or flavor or root than the ginger root? It's so good for any dish that you can imagine when it comes to meat, chicken, vegetable dishes, lentils, beans, and it lends spice as well to desserts such as cookies. We've all heard of ginger cookies, ginger bread, quick breads. Also, if you're marinating your beef, your chicken, really good. And you also all know about the ginger tea with lemon and honey that helps to fight a cold. This is a fantastic ingredient to have in your kitchen. You should never ever run out of ginger, you guys, and keeps very well in the fridge in a plastic bag, which I'll show you in my vegetable preservation video that I'll link right here. This one is a must-have. If you don't have one in your kitchen right now, just pause and go buy one because you need it in almost every meal that you're going to cook. Ginger also comes in form of powder, which is ginger powder, And so if you can't find the fresh one, you can always go for ginger powder. This one is also good for if you are making ginger tea with milk. Of course, you can add the powder one, or you can even just put a few slices of the fresh ginger. But sometimes when I'm cooking, you guys, I will add both, because I don't think you can ever have too much of ginger. Although if you put too much in your food, it's going to be a bit overpowering, so you have to be careful about that. Let's talk about garlic. Again, technically not a herb. It's actually a root vegetable, but we use it as a herb because we use it for seasoning and flavoring our food. Now, it's a great flavoring agent for sauces, for vegetables, for meats, for soups, anything. Well, almost anything. You can't put it in tea like the ginger, but it's really, really good. Also for dressings, marinades, if you're making a vinaigrette for your salad, it's great. And can we talk about garlic bread, anyone? Oh my goodness, I love garlic bread so much. So yeah, garlic, you guys, is one of, and it's again, one thing about these herbs is that they're really good when it comes to health. They have a lot of health benefits, starting with, of course, garlic. So it's something that you want to incorporate in as much of your meals as possible, because it's good for the heart, for the immune system, and for a lot of meals and a lot of health benefits that you'll be making. So it also comes in a powder form, and this is how the powder form looks like. All right, so this is ginger powder, and sometimes I will put both of them in my dishes, you guys. And if you stay tuned to this channel, hit the subscribe button. One of these days I'll show you how we're going to make our ginger powder, our garlic powder. Really easy to do. And yes, so that's our garlic powder and our garlic cloves. Please add them to your meals. Really great benefit. And yeah, let's talk about oregano. All right, it is great. Oregano goes very well with any meat dishes, you guys, or anything that is tomato centric, like, you know, pizza sauce, pasta sauce. Also, if you're making lamb, anything that you're going to put a lot of tomatoes or just cook with tomatoes, if you put oregano, you are going to do so well. And also, if you want to marinate your meats, this is also an amazing addition to have in your pantry. The next herb that I think is really good to have in your kitchen is lemongrass. Unfortunately, I don't have a sample for you, but I'm going to put an overlay over here. I've used it a lot when you're doing our batch cooking videos. Actually, I've used these spices and these herbs a lot when I'm doing the batch cooking videos. If you're interested, I'm going to link one just here. And I also did a video about spices that you also need in your kitchen, and they work very well together with these herbs. Now, let's talk about lemongrass. Lemongrass is great. It comes as looks like grass, but it adds a really nice lemony flavor to your meals. I like to use it when you're making beef stock before I do all my batch cooking, because it really adds a nice lemony flavor to all your meals. You can also infuse it in teas, and also if you're making soups, it really comes along nicely. The thing you have to make sure you do is fast. You cut it into really small pieces, because the stock is a bit tough, or you can pound it fast to loosen the juices, and then you put it in your food. Remember to remove it before you serve it if you put it in big chunks. And it is really nice because it adds a really nice sort of Asian flavor to your meals, and it's a nice change to your palate. Rosemary is one of my most favorite herbs to cook with, because it adds such an amazingly rich flavor to your meals. It is good for seasoning many dishes and many stews. It goes great with chicken, beef, fish, pork. If you're making your vegetable salads and your stews, it's really, really nice. Also in soup, and I like to add it to my beef stock as well, together with lemongrass, because it adds a really nice rich flavor. Now, if you've ever had beef stew with a dry fried beef stew with rosemary, you guys, it's one of the most delicious ways you can have your beef. It also comes in a in a dried form, which looks a bit like this. and it works just as well. But also one thing you need to know about rosemary is that it grows very well. It's a very hardy plant. This one is actually straight from my garden, and it's growing very well, and you can easily plant it in a pot, and also goes well with tea. Actually, my mom likes to put it in her tea, and it tastes really, really nice. So there goes your rosemary. Please try and plant it, or even when you get it, it lasts a few days in the fridge, and it makes really, really good food. So the first thing I want to do is I want to start boiling my beef stock. Beef stock is basically, you just get bones. If you can get bones with a bit of meat, even better. And we are going to boil it with water. Of course, you're going to boil it with water. I don't know what else we boil it with. And it's nice if your bones have marrow. You see, like this one has some nice marrow. So the beef stock is going to be really tasty. And we're going to put some herbs and aromatics. Now, I didn't find lemongrass in the market. And my lemongrass, which I tried to grow, just went and it died on me, guys. It just died on me. So yeah, I'm just going to use rosemary. So those are our 7 spectacularly simple herbs that are going to take your cooking experience to the next level. If you'd like me to use them, if you would like to see how I use them, make sure you watch the batch cooking video, and also check out the top 10 spices that you need in your kitchen that go very well together with the spices. And I will see you over there. Bye.